For decades, Australia's armed forces were defined more by loyalty to alliances than independent strength, relying heavily on partners like the US and UK for major defense operations. But that has shifted. Today, Australia is emerging as one of the world's fastest modernizing military powers. Driven by rising Indo-Pacific tensions, Canberra has overhauled its defense policies, boosted budgets, and invested in advanced technologies. This video explores how Australia is reshaping its defense strategy, where the money is going, and why it matters on the global stage. From dependence to deterrence. Until recently, Australia wasn't seen as a top-tier military player, despite being the 6th largest country by landmass. Its armed forces lacked the depth, advanced equipment, and independence needed to stand alone. In fact, prior to 2019, Australia didn't even rank among the top 20 global militaries. The turning point came in 2020 when Canberra released the Defense Strategic Update. This landmark document redefined the nation's approach. Instead of focusing primarily on overseas peacekeeping and alliance contributions, the update emphasized denial and deterrence. The message was clear. Australia needed a force strong enough to discourage aggression from rivals, particularly China, by demonstrating both reach and resilience. A decade-long funding model was announced, promising unprecedented military spending aimed at building a lethal, integrated, and technologically advanced force. Billions for defense. Military modernization does not come cheap. Canberra has committed to steadily raising defense spending to reach about 100 billion Australian dollars by 2034, roughly 2.3% of GDP. For a country of just 27 million people, this is an enormous investment. But where is that money going? Tanks and armored vehicles. Australia has invested in some of the world's most formidable ground combat systems. The acquisition of 75 M1A2 Abrams main battle tanks, widely regarded as the best in the world, has significantly strengthened the Australian Army. Known for their superior firepower, advanced electronics, and proven battlefield performance, these tanks ensure that any adversary must think twice before challenging Australia on land. To complement its tank fleet, Australia has also purchased over 200 Rheinmetall Boxer armored vehicles. Thanks to their modular design, Boxers can perform a variety of battlefield roles, from reconnaissance to command operations and even combat recovery. Their rugged design makes them particularly suited to Australia's diverse and unforgiving landscapes. Long-range strike. One of the DSU's primary objectives was boosting long-range strike capabilities. Canberra has invested $1 billion in the M142 high-mobility artillery rocket system, with plans to operate over 40 launcher vehicles. More importantly, Australia is working to establish a domestic missile production facility, ensuring self-reliance in times of conflict. Australia has also acquired 200+ Tomahawk cruise missiles, capable of traveling more than 1,500 miles. This puts Australia in an elite club. Only the US and UK also deploy these advanced weapons. Alongside homegrown, precision-guided munitions like the Razor Smart Bomb, these systems allow the Australian Defence Force to project power far beyond its shores. Air power, stealth from the skies. On the aerial front, Canberra has embraced the F-35A Lightning II stealth jet, often described as the Abrams of the skies. These 5th-generation fighters are capable of flying at Mach 1.6, 1,200 miles per hour, evading detection, and striking with precision. With these jets, Australia has entered the top tier of air power, ensuring dominance in any regional conflict scenario. Naval expansion. Australia's most ambitious modernization effort is unfolding at sea, where it is undertaking the largest naval expansion since World War II. By the 2040s, the Royal Australian Navy is set to field a formidable fleet designed for both defense and power projection. Plans include 8 nuclear-powered attack submarines, 6 advanced Hunter-class anti-submarine frigates, 3 Hobart-class air warfare destroyers, 11 versatile general-purpose frigates, 6 vertical launch surface combatants, 6 offshore patrol vessels, and 8 patrol boats. Together, this fleet will not only secure Australia's extensive coastlines, but also enable the nation to project naval strength deep into the Indo-Pacific, reinforcing its role as a key regional security player. Investing in homegrown tech. Australia is no longer just a buyer of foreign defense systems. Companies such as BAE Systems Australia and Electro-Optic Systems are developing domestic drones, optics, and advanced munitions. Some of these technologies are already attracting foreign buyers, positioning Australia as an emerging defense exporter rather than just an importer. The manpower challenge. Unlike regional giants, Australia faces faces a demographic limitation. Its population is smaller than that of Texas. With just 27 million citizens, maintaining large troop numbers is challenging. To offset this, Australia has passed laws allowing foreign nationals, particularly from allied countries like the US, UK, and New Zealand, to join the ADF. However, the emphasis remains on quality over quantity. Highly trained, well-equipped soldiers can often outperform larger forces, especially when backed by advanced technology. To this end, Australia has expanded its military training programs and cooperation exercises with allies. Joint operations with nations such as the Philippines, as well as massive biannual exercises like Talisman Sabre, ensure that its troops remain battle-ready. The 2025 Talisman Sabre involved 35,000 personnel from 19 countries, making it the largest ever. Such exercises serve not only as training, but also as powerful displays of deterrence. Alliances strengthen partnerships. While Australia is steadily enhancing its self-reliance, it also recognizes that standing alone against major powers like China is not feasible, making alliances a cornerstone of its defense strategy. The most pivotal step in this direction came in September 2021 with the launch of AUKUS, a trilateral security pact with the United States and the United Kingdom. Under its first pillar, Australia will receive up to 5 Virginia-class nuclear-powered submarines from the US, followed by the jointly developed SSN AUKUS, slated for the 2040s, transforming its naval capabilities. The second pillar focuses on collaboration in next-generation technologies, including artificial intelligence, quantum computing, hypersonic systems, cyber defense, and electronic warfare. By joining AUKUS, Australia secures access to advanced platforms and innovations that would otherwise be unattainable, firmly positioning itself as a frontline partner in maintaining Indo-Pacific security and stability. Geography, resources, and strategic importance. Australia's strategic value extends far beyond its military modernization, rooted deeply in its geography and abundant natural resources. Positioned as the southern anchor of the Indo-Pacific, it lies just outside the immediate reach of Chinese and North Korean missiles, yet remains close enough to project influence across Southeast Asia. The northern city of Darwin regularly accommodates US Marines, while Australian ports serve as vital staging grounds for allied navies. The United States has also poured hundreds of millions into expanding bases along Australia's northern and western coasts, cementing its role as a critical hub for regional security operations. Beyond geography, Australia's vast reserves of natural resources amplify its importance. With an estimated 51 billion metric tons of iron ore, about 30% of global supply, it supplies nearly 60% of China's iron imports, making it indispensable to Beijing's steel-dependent economy. Additionally, Australia possesses some of the world's largest rare earth reserves, critical for advanced weaponry and electronics. At a time when China has threatened to restrict rare earth exports to the West, Canberra offers a vital alternative supply line. This combination of geography and resources makes Australia not only a cornerstone ally, but also a highly attractive target for strategic competitors. Australia and the New Cold War. The world is entering what many analysts call a new Cold War between the United States and China. Beijing is undergoing its largest military buildup since World War II, with the world's biggest navy and an army of more than 2 million active personnel. Its assertiveness in the South China Sea and beyond has raised alarm bells across the region. For Australia, this is both a threat and an opportunity. On one hand, its reliance on trade with China leaves it vulnerable to economic retaliation. On the other, by modernizing its military and strengthening alliances, Australia positions itself as a crucial bulwark for Western interests in the Indo-Pacific. And that wraps up our deep dive into Australia's rise as a modern military power. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to hit that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Australia is ready for what's coming? Make sure to subscribe for more in-depth analysis on global defense and geopolitics. And as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.